I think one of the things that I've always found fascinating about pensions is essentially it's everybody. It's all of us, and so many different things affect our pension outcomes. If you think about it, it's the kind of jobs we do, it's the kind of houses we live in, it's whether we have a family or not, it's the choices we make. Everything affects your pension. It is a constantly moving feast. The world is changing a lot, and yet we still have these kind of rigid models and sequential view of life. And I think we're all going to have to be more flexible, but it is inevitable, if we're having fewer kids, then the working age population that's going to fund retirement has got to be bigger, and the only way you do that is working longer. So we need attitudes to change to older workers. We need employers to see them as a benefit, not a burden. But if we don't get those things right, what happens in the labour market feeds through into what happens in retirement. The big problem we've got is a whole bunch of people who are not engaged at all. And in that case, the question is, who's looking after their money and are they doing a good job? And by and large, what you want is, first of all, membership. So you want them in a pension. Once they're in, you want significant amounts of money going in, and then you need it well managed. One of the things I've noticed in politics and policy is the swing of the pendulum from one extreme to another. So a generation ago, we were in a world where essentially everything was on the employer. We're now swinging to the opposite extreme, where all the risks are transferring to the individual. So what we need to do is move to a situation where the pendulum swings back from that extreme, where the good employer will say, actually, you work for my firm, I'll put you in a pension where you don't have all of this risk and volatility. What we need is a system where individuals have a bit more certainty, and I think that is going to be the role of employers, certainly bigger employers, in time to come. Retirement ought to be the time when you have choices. It ought not to be the time when you're scraping by, or a time when you've got leisure but you can't enjoy it because you haven't put the money by, or actually you can't retire, you can't afford to retire because you haven't put enough by. So for me, pensions is about, I almost think we should call pension funds freedom funds. It's that time, it's that money that gives you choices about when you want to stop work and about the quality of life when you've stopped work. So pensions, if you like, is about giving yourself freedom and giving yourself choices.